6 tips to celebrate Self-Improvement Month.
Did you know it was Self-Improvement Month?
Well, it just passed.
Brothers Bistro, Hot Bytes, bringing you tips to ensure your success.
We wanted to do this because Kevin and I are both kind of trying to get our sexy back. We're trying to get back on plan, and we realized this can actually be the catalyst to kick off lots of self-improvement, not just your weight or your health.
At this season of our life, there's lots of reasons to never, go to the gym, work out, get your health in order. There's lots of reasons to have a drink. There's lots of reasons to have a nice celebratory meal.
Yeah.
There's lots of those things going on. So you kind of got to remind yourself and get back to the basics periodically. And that's what we're trying to do.
We're going to give you 6 tips to consider as you're you've made the decision to improve your health, let's say. You've contacted us, you're going to get your sexy back.
Right.
We can tell you all about
our health. The first tip, I'll tell you the first tip.
We can tell you all about our health program if that's what you want to do. We'd love to help you. And then you can couple in with some of these tips. All right, now you can go.
Now, you sure?
Yeah, now you can go.
Did you mean to sound angry?
No.
Hey, so that was our last little tip that we gave you is the combats to keep your integrity. So, but this time we're going to walk you through 5 or 6 tips. And the first one is to start to add in exercise or add back in exercise. So if you've kind of it's fallen by the wayside, you're not really doing it, what's some easy ways? The first way is park a little further away. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Do this, what do we call that?
Neat.
The non-exercise
activity thermogenesis.
Yeah, so it's just basically taking into account that you can park a little further away, you can walk a little more, and those little things will add a significant amount of exercise.
And this is where your Apple Watch or Fitbit or whatever can kind of come into play because you can see how many steps you're getting on a daily basis. And you can kind of up it a little bit. And in a challenge, Brain and Body Reset Challenge we just did, we started the first week was just 1,000 steps. We just wanted to make sure we were getting up some. Right. Most people are getting more than 1,000 steps just doing their daily do.
And it's encouraging you to be more cognizant of what it is that you are doing and where you're at. Where's your baseline? Where you're at? What do you need to do?
Yeah. And remember with exercise, with all this stuff, all habits, you want to start simple because the big bang for the buck is the repetition. You want to set a goal that you can achieve every day without any excuses.
And if it's exercise like resistance training, you want to make sure too that it's something that you're not going to be so sore that you don't want to come back the next day.
Right.
Like it's one thing to be able to do it, but it's another thing to be like T-Rex the next day because you can't straighten out your arms.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
We don't want that.
Exactly.
So what's the other one we got?
Well, the next one is, this is a tip number 2 now, is prioritize sleep. Now we don't have any trouble with that because we take naps and the whole thing because we're retired. But
well, and maybe if we did more exercise active stuff, we wouldn't need the naps, or maybe we'd nap a little better.
Going back to the exercise, it really can boost the endorphins and all that and make you feel better and mood lift and all that.
Yeah.
So you want to prioritize sleep, and they have proven that 8.5 to 9 hours is kind of what you need.
Right.
Everybody needs 8.5 to 9 hours. If you're not getting 8.5 to 9 hours, you're robbing yourself.
Well, and so you need to establish when you're going to go to bed and get a bedroom time routine. And then also what we have found in retirement is you need to establish a getting up routine. It's easy to kind of lay in bed, not really sleeping, but not really up and doing anything. So you want to kind of work that whole thing out.
Back to the sleep thing, it's kind of a reset for your body. This is an opportunity for your body to do reset. And you'll notice, if you don't get enough sleep, you'll stop losing weight. Your body stops responding to the health choices that you're making because you're not giving it enough time to kind of reset.
Yeah. And the third one is to stop scrolling.
Oh man, this is gonna be a tough one for you, buddy.
I know, but and one of the things that they've talked about it is have don't be a phone head. My kids will say, don't keep looking at your phone all the time,
right?
Because sometimes we're just scrolling indiscriminately, not really paying attention, and you're not really there present with your family and friends and kids and grandkids or whatever. But you're also not really engaged. You're kind of just there. So
especially as we roll into the holidays. Where you were supposed to be focused on family and relationships and that kind of thing. Put the phones down, put the phones away. Tell yourself when you're with your family, you're not going to look at your phone for the next hour or 2. And see how that doesn't improve your interactions with your family.
Yep. And the next one is read a book.
Read a book. You don't read.
I don't know, but I don't mind getting it read to me. And I do a lot. Does it help or count if I watch YouTube?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think the book is kind of a long form of a YouTube, right? The YouTube podcast or whatever is maybe an hour, right? A book is sometimes 15, maybe even 50 hours.
So what do you think about the Audible book as opposed to the visual book?
Let me finish my thought. And so the author gets an opportunity to finish this long thought, right? This much more completed kind of a thought process rather than just a 1 hour snippet. So it's a different, I think you're using different faculties a little bit to process these long form interviews and or books.
Okay, so my original question was, what do you think about the difference between Audible, a book being read to you, and you reading a book?
Well, I think there's both ways are valuable. And I would say the first one is do the one that you'll do. If you're not going to read a book, but you would listen to a book, then listen to the book.
And maybe it's like you talked about in the beginning. Maybe you start by the easiest thing that's easy to you. If reading 5 minutes a day is easier than listening to a book, then do that. If it's the other way around, then
but I
do that.
would say that it is important maybe for you to take some time out to actually read. I think there is it's a little bit more of a meditative process, and you can see the words on the page.
But you're thinking about a bigger book, 200 pages.
Well,
or
we're talking about
pages.
Self-help type books, right? Not just a relaxation kind of a book.
Well, how about the news or a newsworthy event or something like that?
Yeah, or a documentary would work too. Yeah, sure. But I think there is something, and the one way you can get to the book reading, if you're not a big book reader, is if you have a morning routine, like we've talked about, is one of those 6 or 7 things we like to do is read. So you can tell yourself, I want to read 2 pages a day or 1 page a day. And again, just like the exercise, picking a threshold that you know you can do every day without excuse. And then once you build the habit, you can extend it.
Okay, this last one is really good for me.
You've been waiting.
I'm always this way. It's be positive. Have a positive mindset.
Kev wakes up positive. He calls me and says, "What's up, buddy?"
Yeah. Do you guys know anybody that is always way too chipper in the morning? Oh, that's me. My brother's more of a night person. He eases into the day.
Yeah.
And so, hey, but look at the positive side of life in general. Like, there's a reason why things are happening to you or for you.
Sure.
Is it happening to you or for you?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Thing,
right? Focus on happening for you. How is this a positive thing? Is a nice way to reframe it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those
are our quick tips.
And the only other thing I would add, just as a supplement to this, is try and get your day started early. Try and get your day started.
Well,
before
especially
7
as
o'clock.
the people in our age are retiring, there's less reason to get up early, and there's maybe more reason to go to bed late. And then your days, you start getting mixed around.
So if you're going to get up early, that means you got to go to bed early, right? So you can kind of backs into the night before. But if you go to bed early and you get up early, I have found that I'm more productive.
Yeah, well, and it's also, the morning time can be a really peaceful time. Even when I was working, getting into the office earlier than everybody else was a real peaceful time to get a lot of stuff done.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of distractions, not a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
And same thing can be said around your house. If you get up early and you just got some time, even if you want to ease into your day and grab a cup of coffee and relax, if you start that early, you're more likely, like Ken said, to get more done. All right?
Klar Bros Bistro, here for your self-improvement.